All right, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back. And if you haven't been on this channel before, then I should just say welcome to the best channel on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, if you're new here, look around. I got a bunch of different videos, mainly on Subarus. Subarus are my thing. So anyways, let's go ahead and get right into the video. So right here is a checklist of a bunch of different things. We're just going to be going around this car, doing a whole bunch of random little things, just kind of getting it to where I want it to be. Mechanically, it's almost 100% perfect. Exterior is definitely far from perfect, but we're going to start taking small steps to get towards that perfection. All in all, this car will be wrapped one day. I'm sure it'll be painted one day even, so there's little dings and dents everywhere on the car that we're gonna have to fix, but we will get there eventually. So today is not that day, but we're just gonna do a really nice detail on the car. I already clay barred it. I unfortunately forgot my SD card, so I couldn't record that, but that did make a big difference. So we're gonna ceramic wax the car, shine up the tires and the wheels, do the interior, just a whole bunch of random little things. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. Hope you enjoy the video. So yeah, we're gonna give the interior a nice shine. I got to detail it up. There's a little sticky stuff in the cup.
That's what she said.
Not from what you think, but in the cup holder something got spilled, so I got to clean it all up. And then I have this access port in the car. I don't know how well you can see, but basically the wire is just hanging down all willy-nilly right here. So I'll get some better light in the car. I'm gonna check the tire PSI. I'm going to remove the front subframe. So I'm just gonna take it off and go bend it back into place at my work. I gotta find these quick release bumper rubber bands. I have a pack of them somewhere. I just don't know where I put them. So I gotta find those. And then my boost gauge. So yeah, this boost gauge right here, it's a factory boost gauge. I don't know, it hopefully has the wiring, but I need to figure out how to hook that up, run a vacuum line through the firewall. And yeah, I gotta put a blue LED in it, you know the deal. So I'll do that, and then if I get around to it, check the transmission fluid and the rear diff fluid. So we'll see how it goes. I'll kind of just give you little updates throughout. And so yeah, here we go. Don't mind this shadow here. Look at my redneck ingenuity. Literally got the tripod with 3 legs in the top of this jack. That's my official redneck tripod. It's beautiful. Look at that. Perfect. All right, let me just clean this door jamb up. We're gonna do the same on all 4 sides. They're not super dirty, but hey, I've got like the rest of the car completely detailed. Why not do this? Okay, then we're just gonna do that to the rest of the car. And of course, you can't forget to do the doors itself. All right, that's all of those done. Perfect. Let's move on to the next thing. All right, next step is windows. I already did the outside of the windows, so I'm gonna do the inside. Okay, do that to the rest of the windows. All right, so we're gonna move on to hardwiring the access port. It's almost done, so I just gotta kind of take this panel off and zip tie it up, and we should be good to go. All right, y'all, so I got a little sidetracked, but it's good because that vacuum line that was running from the boost gauge, it went through the firewall. I found it. It was actually right down here. I grabbed it because it was routed to nothing over here. So I grabbed it, routed it under where it's supposed to go. I'm gonna cut this T in and then should have a working boost gauge. Now I just gotta figure out how to wire it up and go from there. So yeah, just wanted to give you guys an update on that. That's what happens when you take a few minutes and dig around and find out something you didn't know. All right, so after about 10 minutes of dilly-dallying with it, we got it done. So we got it teed off right here. So this is the boost gauge line. This is the recirc valve line, and this goes back to the intake or the turbo, I believe. Somewhat along those lines. So yeah, we'll fire it up once I'm done doing everything else and see if it even works, but it should work because it's fed off vacuum, so therefore the needle should work, but because the two wires are not wired in, there will probably be no color or light. So I'll have to figure that out, figure out where to run those wires to and do that in a separate video. But yeah, I'll update you guys when I start the car up and should see the boost gauge move a little bit. Okay, so this is all nice and tucked up right here, if you can even see it. So right here, that's for the access port, and I got it nice and tucked. So yeah, let's go ahead and get the last couple screws in, and this part will be buttoned up. Okay, so we got the magic eraser. We're gonna go ahead and give this a shot. It's definitely making them more white. All right, now we're just gonna go around and do that to the other three, and there's another thing checked off the list. All right, so we're gonna shine up these wheels. Well, yeah, that wheel looks a hell of a lot better. Yeah, move on to this wheel. Anyways, you get the point. Like, if you saw this wheel beforehand, it was way less dull, and now it's somewhat shiny at least. Because that was the one that was absolutely caked in brake dust. I mean, there's no dull spot there anymore. Maybe a little bit, but now there's not. And it looks like they're staying that way, so. Yeah, so I'll finish up the last wheel, and then we'll move on to shining the actual tires, and then that'll be checked off the list. All right, we'll take this hot shine tire foam. I'm just gonna apply it right to the pad so I don't get any overspray. Okay, just completely separate it. Beautiful. Okay, and do the same to the next 3 wheels. All right, so it's all these little details that just keep making the car pop more and more. See how shiny those tires are now? Give you a good close up. That's how dull they were, and that's how shiny they are. Starting to look perfect. Gotcha. Ha! Alright y'all, so I wiped the car down. This stuff's great. Ceramic 3-in-1 detailer. Turtle Wax, I think. I don't know. I think that's the brand. So I sprayed it, wiped it, kind of buffed it in, and then I took a dry microfiber and went and buffed it out. And now, I mean, you're left with this. I'd say there's a pretty good difference there. Super shiny now. Paint looks more like glass, more than it ever has for me, I think. I don't know, the camera doesn't really do it justice. I think it looks great, especially the carbon fiber hood. It's real nice and shiny. So I'm pretty damn happy with it. Not bad at all. Cool. So check that off the list and we'll get to the next thing. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is it's Mother's Back to Black Restorer. I've had this for like 6 or 7 years. So it sounds a little too much like liquid. It was more like a solid when I used it last, but we're gonna go ahead and give it a shot and see what happens. No, that's still about how I remember it. So you just put it on your microfiber or whatever you're using, and then you start shining up the black spots. I've already got a couple little spots done, so you can see that's nice and black now. This is nice and black now, but this is what it used to look like. So, and I'm not joking you, this stuff does this. Now it doesn't make it permanent, but it gets it looking good for a little while until the sun basically dries it out and fades it out again. But if you keep up on it, it'll look good for a really long time. So let's go ahead and do the rest of the plastic around the car and we'll go from there. And then you can take it up on this seal. And then we can even go to these rails coming back here, shine up the roof rack a little bit. So all these little touches that just make the car pop. Follow this down the rear windshield. And we're honestly almost done. Like, it does not take long. Already shined up the roof rack on this side. That's about it. Looking pretty good. Oh, last thing is you can get the inside of these when you open the door. Looking good. Now I'm just gonna take a clean rag and kind of wipe off the excess that I got like on the windows and stuff like that. Just kind of come here and wipe up around the trim. Now you get the pop from the wheels, the pop from the paint, and the pop from the black trim. Oh yeah, we're getting there. Yep. I could sell this car and make a big profit right now. She's looking good. But I won't. That'd be stupid. Okay, so we got the interior all shined up. Probably can't tell any sort of difference just because you're not here in person. It doesn't make it super shiny or anything. It just gets it looking nice and clean with a little pop to it. So got that done. I found a couple O-rings, which are good enough for these bumper ties. And I think this happened when I didn't have the car because I don't remember that. But it's nothing too major, just a little body work. So yeah, I got those supported now. There was clips in it already, but like it's just aesthetics at that point. So I know the point is to be able to disconnect it quicker, but I don't really need to do that. So we're basically done with the list. I think the only thing I have left is remove the subframe. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that done. And then I'll probably be done for the night. So we have shined the trim. We've taken a magic eraser to the wheel letters, shined the tires and wheels, cleaned the door jambs, clean inside of windows, shined interior, hardwire access port. I checked the PSI in the tires, ceramic wax car. That was a ceramic wax coating. Found the bumper ties, and I hooked up the boost gauge. I just got to figure out the last 2 wires. And then yeah, once I remove the subframe, I'm done with that list. So let's go ahead and get to it. Should be pretty easy. All right, so we're under the car now, and you can see right here, that's where the subframe is bent up. So they say it's bent up there, and pulling my control arm in, which I don't really see how, but whatever, we're gonna fix it. So yeah, I believe it's a 14, 15, and 17, and yeah, we'll go from there. I'll update you as I get it out. Okay, well, as you can see, the subframe is stuck in between my jacks, so I'm gonna have to jack up the car in the middle here, move a jack stand, slide this out, and I can actually take the jack stands out because I won't need back under the car until I go to put it back in after I unbend it. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and you guys can watch as I do. Just like that, and the subframe is out. So yeah, there's a lot of controversy. There's a lot of controversy that these subframes are apparently not needed to drive safely. It does have a point for you to hook to when you're being towed from the front or what have you. It's not like heavy duty steel, it's aluminum, it bends super easy. A lot of people say that there is no structural rigidity to it at all. However, I've been told when I went to try and get an alignment at Les Schwab that this side, so my front passenger side, they couldn't get the camber within spec. So it was still 2 degrees out of spec, and they had no more room for adjustment anymore. And they say that's because the subframe got bent, so therefore it pulled the wheel in a little bit. So I'm gonna go fix this and then put it back in, and maybe I'll be able to get an alignment, but I have to wait till I get new suspension, unbend a lower control arm in the rear because one of them's bent, and then yeah, I should hopefully be able to get a good alignment. So yeah, that's it for our list today. All right, so that's it for our list today. Whole bunch of stuff done. I'm happy I was able to get it all done. The only thing I didn't do is check the transmission fluid and the rear differential fluid. I'm gonna save that for another day. It's late, I'm out of here. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, let me know what your favorite part is. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification to be able to get notified every time there's an update on this beautiful car. And with that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.